of Chicago, Illinois, in what is now known as the Pretty Great. He was raised on the west side of Chicago and received an athletic scholarship to Southern Illinois University. He attended McCormick Seminary, North Park Theological Seminary, and received his master's degree from Garrett Theological Seminary. He received his doctorate of philosophy and counseling at Bethany Theological Seminary. Dr. Davenport served as a pastor of the Community Covenant Church in Calumet Park, Illinois, for 21 years, during which time he helped revitalize a church that was on the verge of closing its doors. He is the recipient of several awards. Dr. Davenport received the Outstanding Young Men of America Award in 1978. He received the International Distinguished Leadership Award in 1999. He was recognized as an outstanding leader by the Calumet Park City Council when they named a street in his honor. He is a member of the National Urban League and the NAACP. He is also the author of a new book titled 7 Healthy Stages in Male and Female Relationship. Dr. Davenport currently serves as the nation's Associate Director of Church Planting and Congressional Development for the Evangelical Covenant Church of America. He is also Director of the Harvest Life Ministries, which is a church leadership, training, and family counseling ministries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce to you Reverend Davenport.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. But your choices and your decisions will determine whether or not you achieve the best that God has for you. For indeed, you all are inheritors of kings and queens. You come out of great African stock. You're great people. But the challenge is the stuff that you got to deal with between now and the next 10 years. You got stuff like people trying to tell you, well, you need to go this way. Well, you don't need to go to school today. Well, you know you need to get some of these drugs because it really makes you feel good. Get through school. Making bad choices in boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. Joining gangs and joining situations that are not healthy for you. That's the challenge that you have, and that's your decision. It's not your mama's decision, and it's not your daddy's decision. It's your decision. And so you're kings and queens. I was thinking about, I don't know if you ever seen this movie called The Lion King. And, you know, I saw a part of The Lion King. I'm going to sit down after this. And you know the character of the story. You got Mufasa, who is the king. You have Simba, who is the son of the king, who is to inherit the kingship. You have a guy named Scars, who is a mean guy. He's the brother of Mufasa and really wants to be the king. And you got other kinds of characters. Well, the main character there is Simba, and Simba always has a way of getting into trouble and wondering because he's inquisitive and he's always out there, and the father got to go out there and grab him and bring him back in. Well, there's one occasion, Simba goes way out someplace, and the father couldn't find him, and he runs and looks and tries to find his son, his only son. But at that particular time, there were hordes and herds of horses that were running and running real fast. And in some kind of way, the father trying to get away from these horses, he gets run over and he dies. And somehow Simba feels like he's the reason why his father died. And he's feeling sad, he cries, and instead of going into moving forward, being the king that he's supposed to be, he runs into Scars, who is the brother of Mufasa. And Scars really want to be king. But he goes and reminds Simba, listen, you are the reason why your father died. It was your foolish choice to run off again, and he had to run behind you. That's the reason why he died. And so Simba is feeling really bad now. Instead of going on and moving on and becoming the king that he's supposed to be, he runs off. And he goes off, and for years, he is hiding in the wilderness. He's hiding in shame. He's hiding away. And so he's out there. Someone reaches him, this little monkey called Reverend, talks to him. And he points to him to this pond of water. And he looks and said, look into that water. I want you to look at yourself. And the king and Simba looks in the water, he sees his image, and he goes back to Reverend. Reverend said, now go back to the water and look and see yourself again. He looks in the water and he sees what? He sees himself and he sees an image of his father in that still water. Then all of a sudden the story goes, there's a cloud that comes from his right. And in this cloud, there is this image of his father who had passed away, Mufasa. And the father speaks to his son. And he says in this deep voice, this James Earl Jones voice, he says, Simba, remember who you are. That you are my son. You are more than what you have become. I'm just here to remind you, and all of you, that there is much more that God has for you. That God loves you and has a plan for your life. And good is not good enough. Because good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Davenport.